Warning, I do not mean any harm or to offend any creators mentioned in this video, except the two at the end, and this video is simply meant to serve as a critique of the practices exhibited in many of the mainstream Skibidi multiverses or creators. Remember to like and subscribe if this is the content you want to see in the future. Enjoy the video. I know it's been a while. 2 months since my voice has last graced your ears. But it's because of one word, procrastination. That's our word of the day. But as the title suggests, I want to rant about Skibidi multiverses, what I find good, what I find bad, and what is downright ugly. Here we go. Starting with the good, we have Skibidi Saga, unequivocally the best multiverse. What hasn't it been praised for already? As a sense of uniqueness, but still sticks close to the original source material. That's what multiverses should strive to do, staying close and respectful of the fuckboom's original story and characters, yet put your own style and spin on it to make it perfect. Max D's unique animation and skill with it makes it my personal favourite multiverse. Despite only having 11 episodes, it still has some of the best characters, like Polycephaly, Neos, G-Titan, and Plunger Man, just to name a few. And by giving them voices and providing wonderfully crafted personalities that are so close to the original, that's what makes Skibidi Saga so peak. Plunger Man being able to redeem himself, G-Titan being awesome and treating his soldiers with kindness, Neos being funny yet mysterious, and Polycephaly being foul-mouthed yet selfless. So peak, please keep it up. Still continuing the good is Skibidi Wars, being one of the most visually appealing series, some of the best fights, and just great for action. Do I even need to mention the epicness of Battles 106? Truly a spectacle, what a single man can pull off, making one of the most animated, most engaging, and stunning multiverses. It certainly deserves more praise and recognition for having such good characters and storyline, like the Necromancer, Phantom, Sonar Titan, Tri-Titan, Tri-Woman, and Titan Computer Man, just for a short roster of the characters which are on top. Keep it up. For my final mention in the good section, I'm going to say something controversial. Dom Studios are actually quite good. Y'all are hating because Boom did it and not realising it's just banter, or you saw that one video by Cell Animation Theories and just kind of rolled with it instead of realising that most recent episodes actually debunk most of the points he made. Other complaints I see are bad animation and story. So the same studio which made the absolutely beautiful episode you see in the background right now, these beautiful Titan designs, and some awesome fight scenes. The story can certainly get some criticism, the YouTubers, but if you pay attention, it's really not that convoluted. You need like a middle school level story comprehension ability to understand it, so if you can't, that's simply a skill issue. Furthermore, this is the same series with one of, if not the best written character in the entire Skibidi multiverse in C-Pen. Maybe I'll make a big video on him one day. If you're a hater of Dom Studios, please watch all the way to the end to hear about the true depravity of some mainstream series. Maybe then you'll truly know who's the worst multiverse. Oh, Skibidi Containment Breach, where do I start with you? Let's talk about the production issues. Hopefully you've learned your lesson about background checks, getting scammed out of model imports for thousands of dollars. Maybe you should have asked for proof before paying them? The quality of the episodes was clearly affected by the drop in employment and rubbish management. You can even see in the background just how rubbish the episodes have got and were. It had Iris and the Fodder Doctor 51 talking like they're in the Squid Game dub.
Sir, are you okay? I just pissed myself.
Not only that, he used the same fucking scream sound effect for every single time an SCP-3199 toilet showed up, which was in every part of the damn episode. The same ear-grating, loud-ass scream every single time. Also, it's been foreshadowed that episode 5.5 will have a fight between SCP-1049 and Plungerman. Did you do any research on SCPs other than react videos prior to making the series? SCP-049 is still just as effective on machines. You're absolutely slobbering on that man's plunger all day. Also, SCP-105-B cannot shoot lasers nor become a mini robot. You could have done a lot more with Iris's actual ability and combat skill than relying on laser spectacle. I'm done yapping about this series, just background check your employees next time, and be more aware of the source material rather than watching a few videos. The next part isn't about a specific series. This is about a problem that plagues most of the major Skibidi multiverses: YouTuber cameos and voice acting. Let's start with Dom Studios. Alright, cool. Elite Clonkman and ISO. Very cool. Now Moby. Alright, there are 3 huge multiverse analysis channels. It only feels right to add them. Okay, now Cozy. Cool cameo, but why? Now Hot Sauce Beats. The fuck? Now Elite Clockwoman. Now fucking Steak. Why is he here? Why is Steak here? Add every fucking analysis channel and reaction YouTuber at this point. Like, come on. Hot Sauce has said the exact same phrase twice in a slightly different tone. What's the point of him being there? He's introduced in the Christmas special of all things. What's the point of the association? Where the fuck is Steak here? Or why are Elite Clockman and Clockwoman stronger than a character which can travel across the multiverse and the source of all Clock's powers? Make it make sense. Okay, let's move on to Skibidi Zombieverse. Wow, I love the Plague Doctor's voice. He sounds so creepy and mysterious. Voiced by Nemi Bro, just so you'll know. Oh boy, new season.
You hid them from me, although you knew it. You knew that I needed them, and still you hid them. I don't need you.
Why does the voice sound different? Oh, it's Cozy voice acting him. Strange. Cozy does the exact same voice for all the characters he voices. Being completely honest, deep, with a growl. Here's a few examples of Cozy voice acting. Try and identify the difference in them.
Gman from me, although you knew it. You knew that I needed them.
Okay, new season.
They used you, and that's how it ended. It's time to make you stronger so you can destroy the speaker base and Titan Siren. And give me a flash drive.
They changed the voice actor again? I'm sorry, but Hot Sauce's voice acting is terrible. He sounds so goofy. Why is he yapping about his plan? I'd prefer he didn't speak at all, to save me from this god-awful voice acting, for a character meant to be intimidating.
You will become like me. You will become like me.
Now, who signed off on this? This is the voice you want to stick with? Bring back Nemiro. He actually knows how to play a scary and threatening character. Hot Sauce's Plague Doctor just makes me cringe. Also, you guys make bank off these series. How can you not hire a professional voice actor? It's like in movies how they hire celebrities and for like an audience instead of professional voice actors who need a job. I know they're barely comparable, but you can see where I'm coming from this, and you can definitely tell the difference between the professionals, like the rest of the Mutant Squad. They sound great, but with Billy, which is voiced by Cozy, you just can tell that he's voiced by a YouTuber. YouTuber cameos and voice acting, trash. Don't do it again. Don't recommend for any other series. This section is going to be quite tame compared to the next two, but I just had to put this series in this section. Whenever I'm asked, what's your least favourite Skibidi series, it's Skibidi Containment Breach, one other series I'll discuss after, and finally Skibidi Genesis. Now, Skyler is a YouTuber with 1.26 million subscribers. That is quite insane, and after looking at Social Blade, should be earning around 2,000 to 32,000 smackaroonies monthly. Yeah, he can't pay to get above average animation. This was a whole team known as Team Obsidian, and most likely done by people with very little to beginner animation skills. That's why movements will look off and choppy a lot of the time. with fight scenes being particularly underwhelming. I mean, this looks ridiculous. Here's my problem with this series. Firstly, the disrespect to Speaker Woman. I'm a big stickler for character identity, meaning respecting the original creators, every aspect of their character. And considering that Skylar still doesn't put original concept by default boom at the start of his Skibidi Genesis episodes, even though everyone else has been doing it, shows that he has no disregard for the original creator. This is shown by Speaker Woman using a pink axe and a fucking laser gun, where she hasn't used in any other series. I'm glad she kept her eyes, but they're so bland, and for a universe that loves glowing speakers and unique weapons, the knives, her key weapons, are so dull. A perfect example of what could have been done is the Speaker Woman in Skibidi Wars, and considering Speaker Woman and Obsidian are siblings in this verse, they share similar knife designs. If you wanted to have a ranged weapon, just give her a katana, another weapon she's known to have wielded with spiraling energy, which could be used to create knockback waves like Titan TV Man's sword. Furthermore, why didn't she reflect the rocket with a sound blast? That's something she's capable of, and instead of doing that, decided to let this possibly alive camera helicopter die. It could have been used to transport the elite speaker squad out of the base if they were critically injured, which they were, or provide cover fire to Speaker Woman. Overall, just a disrespect to Speaker Woman. The biggest problem with this series is obviously the backrooms, and oh boy, you can tell the episode quality really dropped off here, as did most people's tolerance of the series. Skylar, you have over 1 million subs, a whole team, and have been on panels with members of the Big Six Verses. Your series is meant to be mainstream, and just like Cozy, you've made the same mistake of mixing two universes which don't fit. The Backrooms is liminal space horror and is meant to be inescapable, while Skibidi Toilet is a sci-fi action series with occasional comedic elements. It wasn't meant to be. Now, I want to live up to my name and analyse every single problem with this episode with a sin counter in the top left. Let's go. Diamond and Silver clip into each other several times, especially her spear. The spear once again clipping here through the wall. Those falling animations. This fucking model of a creature that shouldn't exist in level 0. When Skylar says he loves the backrooms, he means Kane Pixel's interpretation, as the actual level 0 has no entities and is instead meant to drive people insane from the concept of a liminal space. This chase scene, the spear once again clipping this time through Silver's head. Entering level fun through no clipping in level 0 is not a possible way of entering the level, but Skylar does this because it's the second most popular level. This fucking PNG ball pit, this partygoer design. Ugh. Silver plays in the ball pit instead of noticing the threat. He's meant to be part of an elite squad, by the way. That running animation, that jumping animation, and an arm tweaking out as she prepares to throw the spear. That death animation. The design of this room has very little resemblance to level fun. The party streamers also look goofy and would be nice if they had some texturing or light movement. This Skibidi Toilet is alive and somehow hasn't been converted into a partygoer, and has instead appeared with 4 of them and orders them to charge stupidly towards the 2 speakers in the same goofy running animation from before. The same could also be said about the partygoers. How did they not become toilets? Instead of picking up a spear, she decides to fight the partygoers with a fist, which I'm sure are notorious at killing supernatural entities. The elite squad member, Diamond Speaker Woman, doesn't avoid the tendrils or easily wiggle out of that very loose grip. Hovers across the floor instead of getting dragged. The feet could have been angled to make it seem like she was, or the model moved down. But with this history of clipping, she'd probably just polymorph across the floorboards. Silver lets the partygoers slowly surround him, standing still and shuffling awkwardly instead of grabbing the fucking spear and killing them. And we know he pays the price in episode 6. Skibidi Toilet mixed with the fucking backrooms. With a total of 202 sins, you can see why this episode completely fumbled its public perception and overall ruined the series. Disrespecting the bathrooms and Skibidi Toilet is crazy work.
Now, we are finally moving on to the worst of the worst. If you haven't watched him, then you've certainly seen his face or heard this beautiful melody. Truly one of the worst multiverses to exist. No, it is the worst. This is my least favourite series to ever grace this earth. I'd consider the most generic slice-of-life isekai anime to be more entertaining than this. I've had School Assemblies more entertaining than this. I consider having this series up on this platform to be a form of mental torture, and Fearless Gman should be incarcerated and then incinerated for bringing this plight upon Earth. To truly understand his motives, I went through and selected certain lines from his music video, Love for the Fook. Okay, not even a second in, and the first thing to point out is him being shirtless, whilst elite cameraman, TV woman, and speaker woman dance around provocatively. And this is not the only time we'll see something like this on this cesspool of a channel.
Okay, immediately the usage of the pronouns girls and boys, which obviously are childish in nature, meaning this music video, where a shirtless man sits around as girls dance strangely, is being targeted towards young children. Strange. Low? You have over 100,000 subscribers. But with this entire song and series, for that matter, basically being a pathetic beggar and trying to wedge yourself into the wider Skibidi toilet community, I can see why you aren't happy with that many subs. No, you don't. You stopped analysing in favour of making a dogshit series. I'm not kidding. He deleted all content surrounding analysis, only having his music videos, yes, multiple, and episodes available. Only children watch the series. It's like a cringy FNAF 2010 animation. Don't believe me? Here's a few comments I found.
All the creators, they do just the same.
All the creators do the same? To some extent that's fair, but where exactly are you original? You started as another boring run-of-the-mill analysis channel and then you deleted all that in favour of the worst series out there.
Think it's fine here. Why'd you shut the phone?
If this is the true story, which I highly doubt, then I'm glad a boom shut you down and should stay that way.
Fuck me, make me the internet star.
This line right here revealed everything. He wants to be in contact with Boom and become the next big thing. I need Boom to keep a planet's length away from this man. No association with this man needs to be had and should never occur under any circumstances.
You might think I'm hated, but that ain't the case.
It is the case though. You're a laughingstock who exploits children for a fanbase which still doesn't satisfy you. You're a money-hungry bastard begging for attention from well-respected community members. That's why he includes these creators all over this cancerous tumour of a series. ISO, Moby, DataBio, Elite Cameraman, Just Cozy, Chasing Skylar, Hot Sauce Beats, Autumn Reacts, all in an attempt to gain their favour and attention. Sadly, this has worked. Monster Up commented on episode 5. Dom Studios hearted his comment on the 10 million subscribers celebration video, likening him to the ranks of Max D, Strider and Spider-Man, two of which being members of the self-named Skibidi 6. Not to mention the abundance of comments from other known creators like Elite Camerawoman. Great to see he kept true to her borderline sexual harasser behaviour. Sure, that's a great thing to show to kids. Naomi, who does analysis on the series, God save us all. Epic Sonar Man, Iron Cameraman, and for the two most shocking inclusions, and most attention he's got, are from Spanish-speaking Roblox YouTuber Irani Rodriguez, I hope I said that right, with 3.7 million subscribers, who officially lends a voice to the series, in addition to Chasing Skylar, who voiced Iron Cameraman.
We all have a common enemy. Something really big is coming. TV Woman and I were planning a major battle against it. We wanted to distract you and lead you to a safer universe.
Additionally leaving a comment along with another very influential and important person in the Skibidi toilet community, being Natty.
He has all this attention from these very large creators, but my question is, are they truly aware of how disgusting his series is? Look at these designs right here, a zombie TV woman and this new TV woman design. Notice how much cleavage is showing? It's frankly disgusting. Furthermore, in the most recent episode, a group of zombie TV women are dancing in a suggestive manner as ISO pervs on them. Not only is this making ISO Toilet seem like a creep, it's also being shown to a child audience. Fans and haters alike know that a good portion of the fanbase is children, and for a series made up of similar content creators, slapstick comedy, and eye-wateringly bright animation, it's obviously targeted towards kids, which is why I question these character designs, and especially the insistence of the POV staying behind DataBio and this. So Fearless Gman is a creep perving on fictional characters and a YouTuber, and advertising to kids. We should be a little careful around this man, and with the way 2024 is going, I don't know, man, I don't know.
I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to.
Last point before we move on from this degenerate is this blooper. Not the last time bloopers will be a focal point, but this blooper here for episode 15 of this Dumpster Fire, once again aimed towards kids, shows Titan TV Man's insistence to show Titan TV Woman his sword, despite her refusal, doing it anyway and resulting in it being chopped off. What a great thing to show to kids! Everyone who's had an association with this creep, please be aware he may be invited to a particular party. For our final section of the video, we'll be talking about a member of the Skibidi 6, and that's right, one of the biggest respected creators in the community and being put into the ugly section. If you know me, you know I have a particular distaste towards this individual, for the fact he's so respected, yet he's so blatant with his disgusting behaviours. That individual is Spider-Man. And I'll slowly increase with severity, starting with uncredited art. If you want a more in-depth opinion from an actual artist, then watch the video linked in the description by Rockbird, along with criticisms of two other YouTubers I didn't talk about in this video. Anyway, Spider-Man blatantly stole the designs of the Drone Man, Large Drone Man and Drone Woman from the artist Aoki Cyber, and I'm sure the Spider-Man defenders are tired of hearing about it, but no! Aoki still goes uncredited, and it's frankly disgusting, as Spider-Man practically owes the success of his series to stealing someone's designs. Rockbird credited Aoki for the drones, and he's a much smaller creator, no offense my man, and Dom Studios, over 10 million subs, still credit the original artist of the Clockman. Spider-Man thinks he can sneak by just crediting Aoki Cyber in the description of 32, when he was getting the most heat from it. But guess what, let's look at the recent uploads.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! 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 Aw.
The last episode that I showed there, episode 13, was the first appearance of the Drone Men, and Aoki Cyber themselves commented under the video, and guess what? There is no credit. How did they get away with it? Absolute disrespect. Until every episode from episode 13 onward is credited, Spider-Man will remain a filthy art thief. Moving on. Now onto the biggest thing I hate about Spider-Man, along with most people, his bloopers. My god, are the bloopers horrendous. You see, the joke is that they are gay. See, look guys, they kiss. Why aren't you laughing? What is this hell of a boss ass humour? They have sex, guys, you get it? The fact that anyone above the age of 12 can laugh at this is ridiculous. It's the lowest brow, unfunny humour I have ever witnessed. The English or Spanish meme is dead and unfunny, and the joke is once again homosexuality. Oh my god! Before Spider-Man defenders point me to the first 74 blooper, do you notice that the only time he divulged from the sex and gay jokes is actually a good blooper? Anyway, Spider-Man, is there anything you want to tell us? Is this fulfilling some kind of fantasy of yours? Same could apply to his inclusion of the basic camera woman in the series, which he's clearly fond of by this subtitle. And guess what? When the Uber Sorceress appears, what's the first thing we see? Her tits! Wow, the writer's barely disguised fetish is really obvious here. This moves me on to my final point, being the worst thing I've seen out of a popular Skibidi toilet creator. One of the most respected, and it's allowed to fly. This is the episode 74 part 2 blooper. First of all, it didn't even need to exist. There was no need for this. Spider-Man just found a new horny audio he liked and decided to make a meme out of it. Just like the "It's coming out" meme. And again, anyone who's seen the blooper knows exactly what I'm going to talk about. First, let's talk dialogue. It's from the film named A Haunted House 2, a comedy movie that's a parody of the Paranormal Activity franchise, and the joke is prison grape. And do you know why I find it funny? Because it's a comedy movie! I understand comedy is rooted in dark subject matter, but the reason I find Spider-Man's depiction particularly disgusting is because the chief scientist, forced to become a woman, the people defending her are killed in various ways, and she's running away and cowering in fear whilst he expresses the desire to have sex with her, with clearly no consent from the chief scientist. And before Spider-Man defenders say, the joke is heavy lasering him at the end, no, the majority of the video was the fact TV Daddy was trying to grape chief scientist, who was forced into this position. Spider-Man shows no sign of rethinking this decision by having the blooper remain on his channel with no disclaimer, but also the new 76 blooper where Boom grapes Astro Duchess. These are bloopers of the original series, and you are presenting Boom's characters as grapists? I don't know how we are letting this continue with no repercussions. He's an art thief and an insensitive individual. With all this in mind, I am definitely curious on what Aoki Cyber has on you. That is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe and leave your thoughts below in the comments. If you want to see content like this, please tell me in the comments. And if you may be so kind, please spread this video to content creators like the reaction YouTubers so this information is out there. Nonetheless, have a great rest of your day or night, my friends. Stay skibidi.